What is up, guys? This is Jeremiah Gomez back again with another exciting battle. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a few. This is a UU battle with a guy named Zerobeck. I met him on Smogon. He's a really cool guy. He's a really good battler. We're gonna get this match started in a bit. Right here. So I lead with my ducky, which is my for alligator, and he leads with his torkoal. And I've never seen a torkoal in competitive battling, so I'm not sure what they're gonna do. So I just go for an earthquake. He goes into Quagsire, I guess expecting a water move. So that makes me guess that this thing has water absorb. I say guess because I've never seen a Quagsire in competitive battling either. So yeah, but I don't go for water move. I go for an earthquake, and it looks to be a 3-hit KO if he didn't have the leftovers, but he does because he's a wall. So he goes for toxic and luckily misses, so that's good. So now I'm gonna switch, and I go into my Registeel, and he kinda predicted. Yeah, he predicted that switch. So he's gonna recover and get to almost full HP, which is like it's whatever. So I have my Registeel. I'm staying in because I'm not afraid of a scald or a ground move if he has one. I'm not scared of anything that this Quagsire has to do. So I'm just gonna go for Seismic Toss, and it doesn't do as much as I wanted it to. I guess it's one of those pokes that have the 100 base HP stat. So yeah. So he's gonna switch. I get a Seismic Toss on the switch on this Togekiss, and it looks to do about a quarter, so not bad damage. And I see the leftovers on this Togekiss, which tells me that this thing is his other wall, that is another wall that he has. There's actually a few in here that he has. So yeah, he's gonna paralyze me, but I don't really care about a paralyzed Registeel because he's slow as crap anyway. Except he gets the Parahax the first turn, so yeah. And then he goes for an Air Slash, and I was kind of laughing about it because an Air Slash is not going to do anything to a especially bulky Registeel. So yeah. And I go for a T-Wave of my own and get this off on that Togekiss, because a T-Waved anything is always good. So yeah, I'm going to take this time to set up all I need to set up, and I set up my rocks, which is a good thing because he has 3 pokes in here weak to rock, and that's gonna just, and you know, entry hazards just help you in the long run. So Registeel basically did his job. So I'm gonna switch out. Switch into my Electivire, knowing that he can take an Air Slash because of the resistance, but he gets the Parahack, so that's pretty good. And I know he's gonna switch, so I go for a Cross Chop on the switch, and he ends up going into Torkoal. And yeah, look how much this Cross Chop does. It does like nothing. I was expecting that Cross Chop to do a lot more than that. So when that happened, it kind of comes into the line of business of should I switch Electivire's item or not, or if that Torkoal is just super bulky wall. So I'm rambling now. So I switch in Houndoom. I mean, maybe he wanted to try and get damage on me, so maybe he'll go for Fire Move, but it doesn't seem that way. He just goes for a Yawn to force a switch. So I don't want my Houndoom asleep, so I switch into my Registeel, and he's going to get a free setup of his rocks, so that's rather annoying. And yeah, I'm staying in with this Registeel because I know that I'm a wall and I can take even fire moves from this thing. So yeah, and he rapid spins, and that's just pissing me off even more. It's getting me more annoyed. Yeah. So that's very annoying. And I go for seismic toss, and it does pretty good damage. That's the kind of damage that I want. So yeah, good job, Registeel. And he goes for a lava plume, which does more than half, but with a crit. And even with that crit, I still didn't want that much damage on the lava plume. So yeah. So he has me kinda low, and I would go for another seismic toss, but I know I don't outspeed because I am paralyzed. And so I really don't feel like letting my Registeel die right now. So I'm going to switch, and knowing that the lava plume is coming, I switch into Houndoom, get the flash fire boost. Now, even though I got the flash fire boost, I'm not going to go for a fire move because before the battle, I did see a Snorlax in his team. So I just don't want to go for a fire move just for the fact that this Snorlax might be thick fat. So I'm just going to play it safe and go with Dark Pulse. And yeah, that still is not the damage that, even though I know Snorlax is super bulky, that's still not the damage that I wanted done. So I really like Snorlax. I'm probably going to use one in one of my next battles. So yeah. Now I'm rambling, so I have to get back. Yeah, I don't want to get body slammed, so I switch into my Ducky. And he cribbles him pretty bad, so Ducky's useless, so yeah. I'm just going to go for Break to try and kill that Snorlax, but he ends up switching, goes into Togekiss, and Togekiss is going to take that Break pretty good. So I'm going to try and kill this Togekiss, because it's getting, on my nerves, so I'm just... Ducky can kill this Togekiss, right, Ducky? No, Ducky, you can't kill a Togekiss, because it's a Togekiss, and they're super awesome, and bulky, and whatnot, and yeah. So, my Ducky goes down, but, to be honest, if I would have anything die, I'd rather it be my Ducky, so, it could have been worse. So, I go into my Nidoking. I love my Nidoking. So, he predicted a Thunderbolt, but I knew that he still had this. I would go for Thunderbolt, but I knew he still had a Quagsire, so I just go for an Ice Beam, and it does really good damage. So, I know that I can KO with an Earth Power, and I do go for the Earth Power, and it does KO that Quagsire. So that was a good, because I took out one of the walls and dead Quagsire. So, good job, Nidoking. So he goes into this Electros thing. It's the electric eel with levitate, so it has no weakness. So I'm gonna switch, and I go into my Registeel, and he goes for a Dragon Claw, which I resist. But yeah, he gets a crit. But even with a crit, that still is not the damage that I wanted. Even if I am especially bulky, that's still not the kind of damage I wanted. So I know this thing is choice banded, and yeah, I'm gonna get one more turn off to do whatever I want, except I get a freaking Parahax, and so now I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I'm just gonna have to have this stupid eel kill me from a Dragon Claw. So yeah, down goes Registeel, and so here comes in my Electivire. So, I'm gonna go for a Cross Chop on this Electros, except I miss, and yeah, he's gonna get a Dragon Claw on me, and I know I can take one, and I do, so I'm gonna go for Cross Chop this turn and hit this time, and it doesn't even do half to this non-bulky Electros, so Now, this part that's where I really heavily considering switching Electivire's item. So, yeah, he's winning, he's winning 5-3, and so now my Electivire is down, and what I'm thinking right now is, well, looks like I'm gonna lose this one, guys. So, this time I am going to go for a fire move. I go for the flamethrower, and it does pretty good damage. So that's when it tells me that the Snorlax is not thick fat. If I would have gone for Fire Blast, it would have been a 2-hit KO, but I didn't want to go for the Fire Blast because I didn't feel like missing. So yeah, I go for a Nidoking, expecting maybe a Body Slam or something. I don't know. But he ends up just going rest. And so, yeah, which is a pretty good play because I'm special and he's a special wall and he's at full health now. So, yeah. I go for an Earth Power on this Snorlax, and it does really good damage, I thought. 3-hit KO, possibly. And the Snorlax has the freaking Sleep Talk. And only my opponents, when they're battling only me, can they only get their attacking move every time they use Sleep Talk. So yeah, he does get it, and I go for another Earth Power, my second Earth Power, and yeah, it looks to be a 3-hit KO still. I was hoping for maybe a special defense drop just in case. But he goes for a Sleep Talk, and guess what happens? Go ahead, guess. Body Slam. Again. Yeah, and he's going to take out my Nidoking. So now he's winning 5-2. And all I have left is my Heracross and my Houndoom. So this is where I mean business. And I love this Heracross so much. I love my Heracross because he's so beast mode, and you'll see why in a minute. So he goes in, he switches into his Torkoal, and I go for a close combat. And I know now that I withered that thing down, I know that I'm gonna KO, and I do. And I finally get rid of that annoying Torkoal, and I get up a Moxie. So now I'm at +1 attack. And the question is, can I outspeed and 1-hit KO this Arcanine? It's for the game. And I do outspeed, and once I knew I outsped, I knew I was going to KO that Arcanine, and by then, I knew I had the match. So, we're just going to finish out the rest of this video with my awesome Heracross, and that's why I love my Heracross. So, yeah, back to the battle. I get up my second Moxie, and, yeah, he goes into Togekiss, and I'm going to KO that thing with another close combat, and I get a crit, a useless crit. Would have been better if he came earlier. So yeah, and KO that Togekiss in the face, and get up a third Moxie, and here comes his Electros, this annoying Electros, really annoying Electros. It was really a nuisance in this battle, and so a +3 attack. Close combat is going to rape that Electros in the face, even with that really sharp teeth in his mouth. But yeah, so now it's just he has a Snorlax left, and I'm going to close combat the Snorlax for the win. So that is a good game. Zerobeck, check him out on Smogon. He's a really good battler. Really cool guy. And so now we're gonna get into today's question of the day. Alright guys, today's question of the day is, what is your favorite type? My favorite type is dragon. I love my dragon Pokemon. And so drop a comment of what your favorite typing is, and rate, comment, subscribe, or like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Deuce.